guys, it's Blue and Walden. I listened to Damn not the other day, but today, and it is not my type of music. Let's just start off with that. So I tried to be as fair as I could be with this, but I did not really like this album. And usually what we do is we go through song by song. We'll do that this time as well, even though I really don't want to, because there's some songs I'd rather just skip. But I'm not going to break the tradition just because of this album. Anyway, it starts off with Blood, which is actually a really good opener. It starts off pretty good. It's really strange, but it's really good. My only complaint is that the news report thing at the end I don't really think that was a good idea to include that. But outside that, it was really good. I actually really like the way they reused the line, "Is it wickedness?" after the gunshot that happens towards the end of the song. I do enjoy how Kendrick does that. But that doesn't turn into, but the next song is DNA, which isn't really good. The rap pattern doesn't really change that much. The song in general gets really repetitive, and I'm going to regret typing that, by the way, because what I normally do is I normally type in, like I listen to a song that I type out notes, then I listen to the next one, so on and so forth. I'm going to regret. I realize now that I seriously regret typing that. This is too repetitive. Yeah, it doesn't stay that way. Let's put it that way. And it really just sounds forced out and labored. And I'm not really a big fan of it. Yeah, yes, the song's literally called Yeah. Absolutely hate it. The singing is very offbeat. The album is like, there's not really much rapping in it. I feel like it's a bit too early for that type of song on this album. I feel like that would be like more of a later thing if it's a rap album, which it is. The pictures clash, and it really sounds like Kendrick was high writing this one, but listening to the whole album, it kind of sounds like he was high for most of them. And I'm thinking that might be an intentional thing. I didn't really like it, but I have a feeling that might have actually been an intentional design choice, and not really just this song type thing. So I can't completely judge on that one, really. Element is it's actually pretty good. It's really uncomfortable for me to listen to because there's an N-bomb every 5-10 words. So it starts getting a bit uncomfortable for me, being white, to listen to that. And there's one line, insert N-word here, thought that K-Dot real life was the same life they see on TV, huh? That's just too many syllables in my opinion. That could have been cut down. Maybe like cut down, blank thought that real life was the same life. Like I don't think they really needed the K-Dot. I don't know. But those are my only real concerns. Otherwise, Element's actually a pretty good song. Feels really well done. I actually really like this one. My only real problem is that the intro is a little bit longer than it needs to be, and the drums need a lot more action than they really get. They feel like they should be there, and they're just lacking. So that's a little concerning about it. But outside of that, feels a really well written song. I really like how true it is, in a way. And a lot of these songs are really true, so I have to give them points for that. A lot of these songs are like relevant and true, and I really enjoy albums that are like that. So I have to give them points for that. Loyalty is mostly good. The ending isn't that good, and Rihanna doesn't exactly really fit in the first verse. But outside that, it's a pretty well done song. I really like. It's hip hop, but you can kind of tell there's a little bit of pop going into it as well. And I mean, maybe. This is not my type of album, so I probably won't review. I'll probably never really, I'll definitely review more of these in the far future. but they'll probably be a really rare thing, because I'm probably not the best reviewer for this type of music, and I'm willing to admit that. But Loyalty is really good. Pride is really, I actually really like Pride. I forgot how much I loved Pride. The raps are really good. There's a really powerful message within this song. And my only problem is that the intro is like, what the fuck is that intro? Why is that there? That intro really doesn't make sense to me. But outside that, Pride's a really good song. That probably should have been a single, actually. I really enjoyed that one. Following that is Humble. The instrumental with Humble is really good, but the song kind of feels repetitive. Again, I kind of regret saying that. The chorus and the second verse feel like they're longer than they should be, and I feel like there needs to be more diversity. Again, I regret saying that, but Humble was a pretty good. I actually did kind of like Humble in hindsight. That was a pretty decent one. Oh my god. Okay. This is my Lust is by far my least favorite song. And I don't think this is ever going to happen again. And I don't think it's ever happened before. But legit, this song actually made me blush listening to it. I'm not even kidding. It's super explicit. The raps are good. But outside that, the backwards instrumental is annoying as hell, in my opinion. Like I get like why they did it, but I feel like they did it like they overdid it, drastically. I get like doing it like maybe for parts of the song, but not for the whole thing. Super explicit, and I mean super explicit. This is a little excerpt of 3 of the lines from the song. Let me put the head in. I don't want more than that. Girl, I respect the cat. I wish I was fucking kidding. That's actually in the song. And here's my problem with it. A, you definitely want more than just the head. I mean, come on. You're going to stick the head in and then you're going to stick the rest of it in. B, I respect the cat. Are you fucking kidding me? Of all the things you could have gone with, that's what you go with. And then C, this exact same song talks about Donald Trump, which is a lot more relevant to those 3 lines than it really should be. And that is scary. That is terrifying. Love is actually mostly well done. It's probably the least explicit song out on the album. Really almost doesn't deserve the title of explicit. I only noticed like a couple of curse words and that was about it. The chorus is not okay. It's stretched out a lot longer than necessary and it just does not sound good, in my opinion. I get what they were going for, but it wasn't like, I don't feel like it really worked out the way they were hoping for. And yeah, the next song, I'm not kidding about this, is called XXX. And I'm not kidding about that. I'm also not joking when I say that this is, again, not nearly as explicit as a lot of the other songs on here. The song is called XXX. There are almost no sex references. And let's compare that, a relatively clean song that's called XXX, to a song called Lust that has the lines, let me put the head in, I don't want more than that, girl, I respect the cat. I don't even know anymore. But anyway, the Johnny part I feel like is unnecessary and doesn't really fit, but outside that, and the fact that it really feels like it could have been split into 2 separate songs, I love how he used the police siren during the first rap. I really love how he used that in the instrumental. And yeah, it's a really good song outside of the fact that it feels like it should be split. The Johnny part's a little bit unnecessary, and the titles probably should be swapped. Lust should be XXX, and XXX should be Lust. Try saying XXX 10 times fast. I can't do it. Fear is really well written. It's a little more explicit than necessary at a couple points, but outside of that, you can really hear how genuine Kendrick is throughout the entire piece. That's like talking about like his fear of like growing up, his fear of being beat by his parents, his fear of losing everything when he's an adult and is becoming famous. And it's a really good song in my opinion. It's actually my favorite off of the album, and I really enjoy it. God is not too good. The chorus and the second rap are good. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, I really like the chorus. But the first verse really needs to be redone. It's like, I can't really tell if he's like wanting to sing it or rap it. It's like a mix of both in a way. It's, again, I go back to Hamilton and The World Was Right Enough, where Hamilton's like not sure if he wants to do a monologue or if he wants to like rap it or if he wants to sing it. It's a similar situation. And the change in the instrumental that happens towards the end of the song was not a good idea in my opinion. They should have kept the instrumental somewhat similar, not change it that drastically, that quickly. And that really is a problem with this album in my opinion. The instrumental just decided to pop up a freaking update thing and end the recording, so I'll have to put these two together. But I really feel like the change in instrumental was just not a good idea in my opinion, and that seems to be a problem with the whole album, where the instrumental changes too much, and like there's a change here and a change there, a change everywhere, and I feel like the changes did not need to be as fast as they were. Duckworth, the last song in the album, the rewinds really could have been done better. The instrumental changes a lot, and sometimes that's a good thing, but other times it's a really bad thing. And I really don't like how this song opens, but I do like how it ends with the beginning of the first song on the album, which was Blood, or like toward the beginning of that. So it's like the entire album rewinds at the end, and I do really like that they did that, or that he did that. That's a really good idea right there. I really enjoyed that he did it. I feel like he probably could have pulled it off a little bit better, but I really love what he was trying to go for. And in general, this really is the type of music that you listen to while you're high. It does have its moments. It really does have its like moments where it's really good. But in general, everything kind of feels bogged down. It doesn't really feel like it's actually kept up the pace. I feel like some of these songs could have been a lot faster paced. And the instrumental changes just too many times, like I've said before. So in the end, I'm going to have to give it 2 out of 5 stars, because it's not that good of an album in my opinion, but at the same time I see what he was going for, and I really do like the direction he was trying to go, and I feel like he does definitely have potential to do something better and like do like something like this, but like much better. I feel like he has the potential to do it. It just doesn't. He just missed the mark. So yeah, that's my final rating, and yeah, that is it for this review. I have no idea how long this is because the recording got cut off midway through. But yeah, my name is Brew. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, vote below. Also, tell me below if there's any albums you'd want me to review. And vote below. There's a straw poll. What album do you guys want me to see review next? All 5 of the albums listed are rock albums. Crooked Teeth can kind of be a little disputed on that because there's a lot more pop in it than the other ones, but I still generally say that that's a rock album. But yeah, that's it for this review. I probably did not do a good job, and I'm sorry if I didn't. Like I said, I don't usually listen to this type of stuff, so I don't really feel like I have a place making this review, but I wanted to listen to the album, and I felt like making a review of it is a good excuse. So yeah, that's it for this review. My name is Brew, signing off. Good night, everybody.